Hey guys, this is what's known as the entertainment district of Kanazawa on Honshu. It's a old entertainment district. So this was all old geisha houses in the Edo period. So like 150 years ago plus. Beautifully preserved, these old houses. Slowly they were changed. Most of them were changed into other businesses and other sorts of shops. So most of them are different businesses now, but this one has been preserved in the same condition as it always was, and is heritage listed, so it's quite a famous one. So we had a look inside this one for you. So I'm sorry guys, it's pretty dark in here. Oh, just have a look at this door. I haven't seen such a heavy door on a business before. They have doors like this on castles. Really serious big door with a small door just so people can get in and out. But I've only ever seen them on castles. I was a bit interested to see that on a geisha house. I guess security must have been an issue for them. But yeah, it's a bit dark inside. I'm sorry guys. It's very traditional building. Very traditional old style building. So the lighting isn't real good, but stick with me because in amongst all the darkness there is some glimpses of some interesting stuff. So stick with it, and I promise you'll see some interesting bits. So lots and lots of rooms. It was surprising how big this place was on the inside. From the outside it didn't look that big, but inside it's really quite a big place. Lots and lots of rooms, and they were saying that one room was a shamisen room, and one room was a dancing room, and one room was all the different musical instruments all had their own room. One was a room for poetry. So all the different rooms all sort of had some sort of significance. You can see a tokonoma there, guys. Made another video about tokonoma recently explaining that little alcove thing. A beautiful old building it was. You have a look down there. That's actually their refrigerator. It's a basement. It's a basement. When I asked the old lady there what that was, she said refrigerator. So obviously it's a cold cellar to keep food and alcohol, I guess, in under the floor. And this is the kitchen. It's pretty dark, as I warned you. It is pretty dark, but in amongst it all, you can see little glimpses of it. There's actually a well there. That's a well, which quite surprised me. Usually, when you see wells in the old buildings, usually they're actually outside. It's the first time I've actually seen a well inside a building, which I guess at the time would have been pretty cool. Actually, have to be able to get your water from inside without having to go outside would have been pretty impressive back then, I guess. So this is a bit hard to see again. This is sort of the entrance, like the, what would you call it? Some sort of greeting hall or greeting room or something. So it's the sort of the first room that they would have come across when they first came into the place. When the customers first came into the place. You see it's a real maze of rooms. Beautiful condition, amazing condition, and really original condition. It reminds me, I've been in old castles that are like this, same sort of condition. Very original, amazing. There's a koto, that instrument there, koto. Can you just imagine it, guys? Whenever I go into old places like this, I always imagine, it's always easy to imagine, you know, people sitting around here 150 years ago, you know, the geisha all done up in their stuff, sitting there playing instruments and pouring tea and that sort of stuff, and dudes sitting around there in their hakama and kimono being entertained, you know. A really clear image with places like this. Like time travel, some of these old places. Have a look at that for a scene. Oh, this is really hard to see, guys. This is down near the entrance. There's a little table, and they had these in any business. All the old businesses had these tiny little table, like a foot off the ground, and with the abacus and stuff. And it's like the cash register, and someone sit there on their knees, you know, and take the money and tell them how much it was. You see that in a lot of old businesses. And there's a dory fireplace. There's a fireplace there on the floor. Oh, here's some accessories, some geisha accessories. So there's some money there, those big sort of circular things there, that's actually coins. Some pipes. I knew a guy in Australia had a pipe just like that. Some false nails, combs, and lots of hair accessories there. Those elaborate things there, they're hair accessories as well. Mirrors, lacquered mirrors, and lots of teacups and pots, teapots and tea bowls. Of course, that was big thing in the geisha houses, was the serving of the tea. So they had a huge variety of really nice pieces there with real gold leaf. Beautiful. Hey guys, just want to show you this. This is the neighbouring place. So this street's full of these beautiful old buildings, but over the years some of them have been changed into other things, you know. And these are actually private homes. There's a couple in the street. They're actually private homes. So, you know, 150, 200-year-old building with garage. They've changed underneath into a garage. So there's the geisha house, and the one next door, exactly the same building basically, is an old geisha house, and it's been converted, and there's the car in the garage. Wouldn't that be cool? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. More videos coming soon.